Oh, hey, what's going on, everybody? Jose Cruz here, host at Still Here Podcast. Your favorite Native American, corny, I know. But I just wanted to jump on and say again, I apologize for not releasing this podcast the day after I said I was going to. And you know what? I want to be a man of my word and know when I slip up. But you know what? It's being released right now. You guys are seeing this before the pod. But I just want to tell you guys, thank you for your support. Thank you for the love. Man, we had a great time last Friday at the comedy show, and man, it was loud. So please just enjoy the podcast. Take the words for what they are. It's loud. I get real passionate, real distorted audio, and not my finest put out, but you know what? It was fun. That's all I'm going to say. We had a great time, but please excuse the audio. That's one thing I'll always own is errors and my mistakes. So enjoy the podcast. Thank you guys so much for your love and support. I want to give Brandy at Official Events Boost a shout out. Shout out Hero Sports. Shout out to my man Greg FITZSIMMIONS, dude. Just again, you killed it, man. Man, we had a great time. Thank you for jumping on the podcast. Man, overall, just was a great night. We're going to continue having remote podcasts like these coming up in the near future. But I also wanted to remind you guys, June 24th, we are releasing Season 2, Episode 1 with my man Micah Dialey. Central Valley Podcast, Real Talk with Micah. Longest name ever, but stay tuned, man. We got some dope content coming out. We have some fun content coming out. We have some remote podcasts coming out. We have some events that we're going to be hitting up. So a lot of great things coming along. Super excited where the show's going to grow, man. We have co-hosts, producers. We have some people joining the team. So again, man, we are constantly growing for the realness of the show. I don't care about going viral. I don't care about algorithms. I don't care about none of that. I don't care about pinning anything. We just want to have real fun conversations, man. Real authentic conversations that real people like you listening and watching, man, that you can relate to, have a conversation with, make you think, and make you help yourself to help others. That's the goal. And also, lastly, before we get into the pod, man, please buy our merch. Head over to our social media on Instagram, Facebook. Man, we have TikTok. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. But on Instagram and on our Facebook page, head over there, hit up our view shop, order our merch. We have a lot of cool stuff in the works. But right now we have about 5 t-shirts, several hats, several types of designs. So those are just for you. Support us. Show us some love, man. This is a family business, So right now we're just doing this out of my garage. That's where I'm at right now. But I love you guys. Thank you for your support. Enjoy the podcast. We'll see you guys June 24th. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Here we are. I don't want to talk too loud because this place is super echoey. But yeah, this is your boy Jose Cruz, your favorite Native American, and we are remote once again. I know Season 1 ending. I've been saying this. A few of you have been like, dude, where you at? What's going on? You guys quit? No, we're taking a break because your boy been working a lot. I'm doing stuff like this. I'm doing lectures. I'm doing a lot of corpo videos, a lot of cool stuff. And as I said before, we're remote right now. We are here at the CLOVIS Catering Company not on Pulaski. Well, it's on 4th and Pulaski, right off of Clovis Avenue. There's the Chico's over here. Then right across the street is the CLOVIS Catering Company. Man, we're doing a remote podcast here at the Event Boosts event. They have a comedy show tonight, and they asked your guys' favorite podcast to come and do a remote pod, and we're going to be talking to some of the comedians. We're going to be talking to some local businesses, local business owners, veterans, because this is a veterans-based event. They love to support our military, our men and women that have served and are now still serving, and that's a lot of love. That's what I love about Brandy. That's what I think I love about this whole event is that they support our military. Man, I got a lot of love with them, for them, and the reason, it's just because, was it Land of the Free or Home of the Brave because of them, so shout out to all our military. Shout out to all you guys that are serving our country right now away from home. Super important to give you guys the love and the respect that y'all deserve, man. And so again, here we are. So one thing's pretty cool is that we've made custom merch for this particular event, man. We got to cater to our audience.
You know, we made a dope shirt. We made a dope pod, or not pod. Well, we have a dope podcast, but you know, the graphic, the designing, right? Because of Roski Doski again, he made this. And let me get a shirt real quick. Hold on. All right, I'm back. So in this right here, you guys can see it. Go right here, Laura. Right there. Look at that. I know it's reflecting, but yeah, we got these made. We got this in military green and like a tan off-white color. And we have some hats. I mean, you guys seen them on our Instagram story. So we probably have a few left, you know. So yeah, you know, check out our Instagram page. Hit up our View shop. You know, we have a few of those for sale. We have our other merch on sale right now, ready to be purchased by y'all beautiful faces. But no, we're coming out. We want to hook up our, you know, go with the theme of our event. You know, and just really, man, support the podcast, support the show, because, again, man, looking this way, all you guys see this, but this way, there's a lot of work, there's a lot of equipment, there's a lot of banners, you know. So, again, I want to say shout out to Print Theory again, you know, because they're the ones that screen printed all these. They're the ones that brought these to life. They're the ones that made this hat, so that's why I have them up front. The banners, or the tablecloth, the banner, the 10 by 20 banner that you guys can't see. But no, so we're here, you know. So again, the whole event is military, you know, support, you know, just support our veterans, man. We love you guys. You know, so to kind of give you guys a teaser and an update on where we're at with season 2, officially January, or not January, I'm so messed up, but June 24th is on a Friday. I know that because my wife's birthday is the 25th on a Saturday. So, you know, cool points for me, man, because I remembered her birthday. Like all you other lame clowns that don't remember your wifey's or your girl. But no, I'm just playing. But yeah, the 24th we are releasing our first podcast. You know, we shot a podcast with my boy, my new buddy, man, my new guy, man, Micah Daly, host at Real Talk at our Central Valley podcast. Man, dude has the longest name ever, so it's hard for me to remember. But, man, we talk about podcasting. We talk about his podcast, his show, how he started, you know, his business, what he does. Pretty much it's a mirrored reflection of what I do as my business, you know. And so as content creators, like I've said, you know, again, in episode 2 that we got coming up in season 2 is that I'm no longer a content creator. Micah Daly is not a content creator. He's a professional content creator, because anybody anywhere can do something with their phones. Shout out to Patriots. But anybody can do anything with their phone and just post it. You know, they have the 13 Pro Max, which takes amazing video, amazing pictures. Ticks me off because, again, it makes these DSLRs look like junk. And, well, not junk, it's just we work for it. The phone does it all for you, you know, so there's really no effort. You know, so again, anybody and everyone can be a content creator. But with that podcast, season 2, episode 1, man, me and Micah talk about being a professional content creator, how to start a podcast, and people try to hit you up and say, hey, we'll pay you an exposure. You know, it's funny, there's going to be, I don't want to say it, but there's going to be a clown today that told me that before, so he's going to be here. But no, I'm super excited to be here. And again, I don't know why I'm talking like beneath my breath. Maybe because I'm the only one here and everyone's working in the back, probably just looking. I don't know. I can't see. But no, so we got some interesting news. We got some dope news. We're adding people to the show. We have a producer, co-host. He's going to be jumping on soon today. You're going to get to know him and meet him officially. Yeah, so that's kind of really what we got going on. So we've shot season 1, I don't know why I keep saying that. Season 2, episode 1, 2, and 3. We got 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 lined up, you know, give or take 11 or 12, man. I just really want to keep pumping out content that's necessary. I want to keep pumping out content that means something, not just put out content just because I want to be recognized by an algorithm, because I want to be, or I want to go viral with a clip. I don't care about none of that, man. I want to talk to real people, you know, have real conversations, man. You guys are going to love season 2, episode 3, man. We talked to our good friends, our best friends, Sarah and Daniel, owners at Print Theory in Kingsburg, California. And those are the type of conversations we want to have. Those are the type of people we want to bring on, because their story behind the glory, like I've said before, it's so amazing, man, because nobody knows that part. All they see is the success. All they hear and see like are the names of what they or the things they've accomplished, the things they've gotten done. But they don't know the struggle. And not many people do know that stuff, but I really want to be that guy. Yeah, maybe because I'm a nosy guy. You know, is it my old sister-in-law called me Nogi Jogi, you know, so, or yeah, sister-in-law, no, not old sister-in-law, or stepsister back in the day. Call me Nosy Josie. So yeah, I mean, but these are the type of stories I want to get out there. These are the type of stories that impact you. And the whole editing, man, the whole man, that music threw me off right now. But the whole editing, the whole thing we're doing now, the way promotion and teasers are going down have changed, man. We're stepping up our game, man. We're elevating the game. You know, and so that's where I feel like I want to be intentional is with that. I don't care about viral. I don't care about pinning, you know, 1 million views or whatever. I don't give a crap about that. You know, again, I want to put out content you guys like, you guys can relate to on a real level. And then after that, man, just keep pushing it out. There's really, because anybody can do this. Anybody can set something up. You know, so for me to separate myself and to change the game, it's just to keep putting out real people. You know, the show, yes, I'm the host. I'm the one running it. Yes, it is pretty much essentially about me, but I want to make this more about my guests. I want to make this more about their story so you guys can hear them and give them a platform to tell their struggles, to talk about their successes. You know, it's not so much, oh, hey, I'm always struggling or going through stuff because at some point in life, you got to actually start progressing. You know, I know everybody's in their own world. I know everybody's in their own struggle or in their own circle. You know, so at some point we got to start growing. At some point, all these motivational quotes we post all the time, all these motivational videos, or these guys, these motivational speakers, they keep saying the same thing. It's like at some point that's got to click. You know, and I think a lot of these business owners and people that we've talked to, it's clicked. You know, and so I think that's why we're still here. That's why we're doing what we're doing. So hence why we're here, you know, at the Clovis Catering here in Clovis, California. You know, again, partnering with our sponsor, official Evans Boost, Brandy. Shout out. Man, you did an amazing job, girl. There's a lot of whiskey and a lot of beers over there. It's gonna be a fun night, you know. And so we have, you know, shout out Hero Sports. You know, we got a lot of cool stuff planned with these guys, man. We're booked till September. You know, so we're working on just keep elevating our game. Man, I got to sneeze. I'll sneeze eventually, but, man, my nose is tickling, y'all. But, no, I'm super excited, man. It's, hold on, here it comes. No, wait, it went away. I hate that. Where's the sun? We need to stare at it, you know. But, again, partnering with these guys have been so much fun. It's good exposure. It's really, here's a good type of people that say, hey, man, we'll help you out for good exposure. These guys actually put out. These guys actually, because I've heard so many clowns, hey, I can't pay you, but I'll pay you an exposure, man. Kiss my ass, you know, unless you're the Brandy, unless you're the real deal, like official Events Boost, don't talk to me. You know, I don't want to be that guy, but honestly, man, you know, I'm at where I'm at. The success, you know, the continual growth is because a lot of my clients, a lot of people that took me serious actually paid for what they get. I mean, look at the quality you're getting remote. You know, a lot of people have to tear down their set. We don't. We're fortunate. We're blessed to have 2 sets, you know, just to grab and go, man. And I think that's that's where we're at. We elevated our game that way. You know, cost us some money, you know, but it's worth the investment because the turnaround is important for me. Like I mentioned in my video with Kairos, you know, so again, get off my little soapbox. You know, so we're here. We're going to talk to some comedians. We're going to talk to the comedian, from what I've gathered, Greg Fitzsimmons. Man, this dude is a legend. This dude has been on. I mean, his comedy he started New York, Boston, you know, up and coming and just killing the game, man. And I love his stand-up work, man. This dude's amazing. I can't wait to have him on. Kind of nervous. You know, be like my official, comedian celebrity, because I'm a fan about all these guys, man. You know, him, Joe Rogan, Schultz, Akash Singh, Tom Segura, Bill Burr, you know, Patrice, you know, then Dave Chappelle. I mean, you're talking about all these legends that kill the game. Brendan Schaub, Bobby Lee. I'm naming off comedians that I love here. Especially we had on Michael. No, I forget his name. We had him on our last podcast. My bad, man. I love you, bro. I feel bad. You do the voice for Green Goblin, dude. I'm so tripping right now. And Feathers. But no, I'm super excited for all this. This is going to be a continued thing here for Still Here Podcast. We're having our podcast, our normal local podcasting. We're having that, but we have our remote pods. So I'm excited, man. You guys just join us for the ride. Join us for these type of events. I'm looking to try to get into bigger venues, bigger events, not just this. I love this. To me, this is like a good start. Brandy's always going to have my love and support. We're always going to do this with Hero Sports Official Events Boost, man. So that's why we're here. I want to just keep growing our game and not just be a podcast and talk about nothing, and just really nothing wrong with those. I don't want to feel like I'm casting shade or saying I'm better, man. I don't want to come off like a douchebag. I don't want to, man, but I'm super excited for what we got going on. I'm blessed. We're blessed, and we're super we're blessed. That's all I can say, man. We're blessed, especially after coming off my COVID and all my the recovery after that. So a lot of thinking, a lot of pre-planning or redoing the business, and a lot of changes, leaving the other podcast and starting this one and actually having a better start on this one. Man, it can't get any better, man. So I'm super excited for what we got going on, you guys. And again, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate your support. I couldn't do this without you guys, man. Me and the wifey, my family couldn't do without you guys. Because again, like I will always say, the stories we have on here, man, reflect who we are, because we want to connect with people that know the struggle, that's come from it and still going through it, but still continue to push through. And that's why we're here. Hence, Still Here Podcast, So I love you guys. Stay tuned, man. We're going to have a couple other guests come on. We're going to meet the new co-host, producer. And we'll stay tuned. I love you guys. Bye. What's going on, everybody? Here we are. Like I just said, we are back at it again with a special announcement. We got my man Eddie Trevino.
Hello.
And this is the man that's going to be joining the team as a co-host, producer, gathering topics and data and, having real dope conversations. Yeah. Dude, what's going on? How you doing, brother?
Well, I'm feeling good. Had COVID for a minute.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. We were going to meet up.
Yeah, it took me out for a while, but I'm back to normal except for my voice. It's still scratchy, but I like the bass though.
Ooh, yeah, you sound a little sexy,
I thought it was like real. I thought it was like.
I was walking up and I was like, and you turned around quick. I was like, Eddie knows, he's used to that.
I told
being objectified.
My daughter messed with me though. I said my voice sounds deep. Like,
hey, what's up?
I said it sound like I got that like. That Barry White. She goes, no, your deep is more like she said more like Demi Moore deep.
Demi
So I was like, damn, all right.
She's got jokes just like her pops.
Okay.
No, that's what's up, man. I'm glad you're feeling better, because like me, I had COVID, but it nearly killed me twice, and I understand the raspy, man. The raspy, like, hey guys, and it's like I can totally relate to you on that, man. But I'm glad you're doing better, man.
Yeah, I'm back at it. Just
back at it like a crack addict.
Looking.
Huh? Oh, it's focusing on me. Sorry, but yeah. Let's get into this, man. Let's talk about. Let's get to know you. Maybe your why on joining the team and why you wanted the interest, and let's start about what you do and how long you've been doing that, and your side hustle, comedy.
Yeah, I've been doing comedy for about 10 years, and it's been a pretty busy year. I've been mostly local. I've traveled out of state and did a few runs, but my kids and life is here in the valley.
Yeah, you got fam.
Yeah, but no, I just what I love about comedy is you get to grow. I'm not the same comic. I'm not the same person that I was 10 years ago, and I love that. Like if
That's
people, it's just bigger audiences and sometimes not so big, but you're still giving up that same
energy.
It's like any other art, man. You just something you want to do. You don't do it for money. You're not doing it for attention. A lot of guys are like, you get women. No, you do not get women doing comedy, or maybe I don't. But what it does is it gives you a lot of people. It gives you a platform.
Yeah.
And
so overall, what kind of got you into wanting to get into comedy?
Always.
Were you the class clown?
No. Well, yeah. I mean, I was a clown. I just joked around a lot. People say, you're the funny guy, and never really tried it until I got divorced. And a buddy of mine.
I remember you saying that last time.
Yeah, he got a room, and I was like, you know what? I did some theater, high school. No, I'm not gay. I picked all the wrong ways to try to get pussy. Yeah. Theater. Yeah, I got much more. It did not work. So what I like, comedy, acting, stand up. It's just it's fun.
Dude, I love your flow, man. We've been to these events. We've since we've been helping out Brandy. Shout out Brandy, official events boost and Hero Sports. But dude, your flow and your delivering is very. It's like intentional. You're not rushing it. You're methodical, but yet it seems you have a flow about you.
Yeah, usually I'm just stuttering and stammering. That's what. Because I even like, I try to be fluid. But yeah, it's funny because you learn the more you do stand up. Like, you can't get away from your own speech patterns, how you talk, whether you have a lisp, shit like that. That's what I like about it. It's a great form of every comic I like. I know their cadence. It's like a musician. Like, you got that. That's my stuttering and my stammering. Sometimes that's who you are. That's my wah-wah bar.
So you're a musician too, because I feel like the wah-wah.
No, I like music. I played the bass for a little bit. But, like shit though.
No slapping the bass.
I couldn't. I barely slap ass hit it on bass. So I'm not, don't have that.
So what? Are you single now then, or what?
Yeah. I was engaged for a minute.
Yeah. Okay.
And it just didn't work out. Cool. She was cool girl though. She gave me the ring back. That was cool.
Oh,
that was nice.
That's love.
To me, that was a kind of a classy move. I'm still trying to sell it on eBay. Got to get it appraised. But they don't appraise rings under $400. The appraisal's $399. So
that's
I can only make
funny. You're like, dang.
No, I'm fucking with you. But yeah, it was it is what it is. And that was because that's when you realize the kids.
Yeah, man.
When your kids are a little big, if they can't.
How many kids?
Two daughters. Two daughters. One's 18 and one's 16.
Oh, you got some teenagers. Yeah, we got 3 teenagers. We have 2 girls and a boy. So we're there. We have 16, 15, 13.
That's funny because is the boy the last one?
Yeah.
See, were people bugging you? Were you like, how were you sweating that?
No.
Did you even care?
I didn't care.
See, that's good.
A lot because again, when I had my son, I was excited. I was super excited, but everyone was like, "Oh, well, you gotta be careful. He's gonna be like you." I'm like, man, kiss me. Go try and put that on me. Put that on me, Ricky Bobby. It's like.
Oh, and they say, I like when people do that. They prescribe stuff to your kid, like traits. I'm like, the kid's 6 months old. Oh, he has your sense of humor. He's fucking 6 months old.
Yeah, I hate that.
And,
oh my gosh, dude. But I can tell, like you said, as fathers, as parents, we're parents because I believe as a parent, if you have more than one kid, you're parenting between 2 different personalities. But when you have one, it's mom and dad. It's just one kid.
Right.
And so I feel like what we do here, like the business I do, and like as a stand-up comedian, what do your daughters think about that? How do they? Where are they at with that?
You know what? Because they're sarcastic. They're sarcastic. A lot of the beginning stand-up, it was kind of lowbrow humor. I talk crap about their mom. It's stuff that they've heard stuff, and then it's interesting because I'll try to run jokes by them, and they're like, "That's stupid," or "That's offensive."
Well, they're kind of they're your critiques because anything almost now on social media especially seems too rushed or too thought out. If you're not authentic, it's like then that type of audience, especially being that age, they'll know it's like that's whack. Right. That's good judging. It's like.
I talk about them sometimes, and at first honestly. They're teenagers. They don't give a shit about anything but themselves.
Yeah, that's real. And they phone.
Yeah, they're in their own world, and that's a trip though, because they were like, they're different people. They're totally. I didn't expect that, that difference.
I think that's what I love about what you have coming, especially like about audience. They they have their own story about being a mom or being a dad, single mom, single dad, and it's like their kids are a reflection of who they are, but they're totally different, and so to parent between them, it's like, I feel like you probably got a lot of jokes or a lot of funny stories. You probably like, hey, my kid last time, you have like a lot of stories.
Right. And some of it is like making light of things that we don't talk about. Like I used to do this thing about, my daughter, I told my oldest was like, she was curious, but she like, had you guys, we were divorced and we got divorced when they were pretty, she remembers when we were together. We divorced when she was probably around, I think she was like in the first grade. So she would ask questions like, hey, she has memories when we were together, and then she would ask like, how'd you guys meet, or why'd you guys decide to have kids and stuff like that. And I told her, man, we were married for 5 years before we had kids.
Oh wow!
And so we were like, we decided it was time, blah blah. And you give her the whole, And then my youngest daughter was like, why'd you decide to have, me? And I was like, well, because wasn't working out that well, and we needed someone with a second kid's always to save the marriage.
Oh, dang.
So you didn't do your job.
Yeah, you failed. You failure right out the womb.
I didn't tell her that. But I did that joke on stage one time, and parents were busting up because there was a degree of truth. I mean, don't tell me, Karen, but don't tell me people don't try to have children to save things.
That's
and
real.
To me, that's a topic that resonated. Like, let's talk about that.
I like
it's
that.
okay. It's okay to talk about that. And maybe it did save your marriage.
Yeah, that's real. I feel like that's kind of why I'm glad you're joining the team, because you're about the topics. Again, Still Here podcast started out of basically just my personal experience with life and death, COVID and all that. But it's like, there's only so much motivation or business people we can talk to without talking about real stuff that people want to talk about, that are conversations everybody has at work, at lunch, at dinner, out and about, at a friend's house, topical wise. And so for you joining the show, what are your goals and kind of your vision as a producer, co-host, with that, how far do you, and well, let me say this, how hard do you want to hit like these topics to relate?
You know what? It's funny because every comics will say everybody, it's a joke. Like, let's start everybody's joking. Yeah. Let's start a podcast. And
I've heard that a lot.
Yeah. And and it's always like, what's your angle? What's your niche? And to me, when I first started in college, I liked journalism. I still love journalism.
Yeah.
I like the aspect of reporting, but not like in a Harvard NBC News kind of thing. But I like as a comic, getting information, giving information. As an educator, I like doing that stuff. So I think it's a podcast is a good platform. I'm just not a focused person. If anybody that's worked with me or knows with me, I am fucking scatterbrained. Like I adult ADHD. I've got ADDHD. Like, it's a big fucking deficit. When I say I got a big D, it's not a dick. It's an attention deficit. It is a deficit.
My guy.
So I need. I like the format of a podcast. The ones that I like. I'm like, damn, they have an agenda. They keep it focused.
One-sided. Yeah.
And it helps me. Get my truth out.
Yeah, I respect that, because I feel like that's where the direction I want to go. I have my beliefs. I do believe what I believe, man. But my belief, I never want to force on anybody. I never want to make anybody believe how I believe. That's not my place. My place is to put out, who I am as a human being, how I want to respect and support people for who they are, and not judge them by that. And I feel like that's what Still Here is. Most of the time, would I agree with the lifestyle? Probably not, but I respect people enough to say, you know what, that's your line, that's your world, this is my world, this is the line. I will never disrespect you, don't disrespect me or try to force, That's where I feel like I want the podcast to be and stay at.
And I think that what I do see in a lot of media in general, podcast, news, everything is geared towards an audience that you already know. And so they're not like, I have friends that are very, let's say, I won't say even politically. Let's just say I'll say politically, that are on opposite sides of the spectrum. Now, I'm a big believer in these are people that I know, and there's elements that I just don't agree with them all.
Yeah.
And it's really funny because I have some really, really hardcore friends who'll say, oh, you're that's too left wing, and then I got some left wing friends that say that that I'm like, they call me like, you're too conservative, and that's like you're racist, and I'm like, wait a minute, how? So to me, you guys need to like, something's lost in lost here.
Well, I saw this one post real quick. Hey, dude, you can go around the side too if you want. Don't worry about walking in the back. So it's my buddy Abel. But I saw this one post. It's talking about the just a normal Democrat. It's like Bill Maher, for example.
Right,
Did you hear?
right.
Everyone thinks he's right now because he's like, I'm not right. I'm still the same, but the left has gone so far left that makes everyone think that they're right. And it's like, I don't care. I don't care about left or right. Where are you as a human? Can I just respect the fact that that's all you are? And then that's where I feel like that's the problem. And I think on the show I want to dive into those real topics.
And it's hard because like when you talk about them, like even in they always say that like you in mental health or any kind of like work. I go to a lot of workplace trainings, and they talk about cultural sensitivity and stuff like that. And basically a lot of the theme is like you shouldn't try to change someone's opinion.
Yeah.
Like that's you failed if you try that. If you just
you'll never win.
And I have you before you can even have a discussion, you have to see like some kind of value in where they're coming from. And I'm not saying this goes for everything. You can have, there can be some like, Nazi extremists. I'm like, all right,
I'll beat that.
Okay, so yeah, you know what? The only thing we got, we both like, Coke.
Yeah, we like breathing.
Yeah. And so even with that, I'll be like, other than us being carbon-based organisms, we don't have much in common.
Yeah.
But when you find the average person who's, struggling with the same things you are, you realize, oh shit, you're like, I guess I really hate how not everybody is your enemy. And even if you feel that their existence somehow contributes to your like your oppression or is whatever, like you can feel strongly about that.
Yeah.
But is that, if you look at them as an individual and say, is that one person doing that to me?
Mm-hmm.
And then because we get on, I don't know, I think a lot of people think too much of themselves.
That's
sometimes,
real.
And they're like, well, it's if he's doing that, and you get 1,000 of him doing that, and then the whole world, like, listen, just you don't even know him yet. So.
Yeah, even if there's 1,000, that's still a minimal spec, and especially nationally and worldwide. And one thing I have a problem is like when the little, like I don't know, the small group impacts the broader audience.
Right.
And that's where my problem is. It's like, really, it's like, that's hard because it's like, you get like, just say you get 100,000 people supporting that. That 100,000 should not have the right to change the other millions and millions of people,
And I like Bill Maher, because recently there was he's pretty liberal. He's pretty liberal, and I'm not, I don't agree with everything he says, but I am a fan. And I think he had a take a couple weeks ago. It was on LGBTQ issues and some stuff. And I remember like thinking, my teens, they have friends that are transgender, and I'm respectful of my girls' friends and stuff like that. But I played that for him to let them know, because I want to let them know. I said, see, this is it didn't come from a place of hate. It's humor because he's a comic, but he's really trying to explain like what's really going on in his head, and it was more like, hey, things are changing so fast, and I'm okay with. I didn't even necessarily agree with a lot of what he said as far as like feeling that same way, but I thought I liked the way he articulated.
Yeah.
Because
no, go ahead.
It wasn't him just like, it wasn't. He was just telling you, hold on, I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
I'm not catching up yet, and help me get there. And these are my fears.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, that's what a lot of the freakouts and anger that people have. It's based on fear.
Yeah. And I don't blame them, man, because I know there's a lot of fear mongering going on both sides, man. And I feel like where we need to be on, especially as just citizens, man, as human beings, that we got to rally together to nullify that fear, And again, to be here on this podcast to talk about this type of stuff, that's the direction I want to go, man. I want to talk about real stuff, man. I want to talk about connecting. I want to talk about bringing a person that may disagree with someone else but still leaving with respect. So you know what? that's God's person. God created him. I want to respect him as God intended, as his creation. That's it. You know, nothing deep, man. Just something real, man. Whether people believe in God or not. But my place is like, are you human? Yes. All right. Can I respect you as such, and can you do the same? That's it. You know, whether you agree with me or not. You know, and I feel like that's where we've lost that humanity in us. You know, it's more of a believe us or else,
right.
Join us or else.
Right. And there's no like I don't know. I would like to hear more people, I think, in those topics just talk about how what like people talk about what they're sure of. Mm-hmm. I want to talk to people what they're not sure of. What changed your mind? What,
I like that.
You know, what's a belief that I had that 5 years ago that I don't have now? Because I'm gonna tell you, with age. Oh, there's a lot of shit. I'm gonna talk about some new stuff tonight.
I know you said you got some new material.
Yeah, about personal, material about the shit that I believe 5 years ago. I don't believe now. There is, it's okay, and people don't want to verbalize that because they think it's.
I know when I said God, it seemed like you kind of like.
No. Okay, what's funny is that because I got a couple friends who I'm really close with, and it's funny because they're really, really religious. I am not. I didn't. Yeah. My kid's mom and I had that in common. She came from really, like she was Jehovah's Witness.
J-Dubs.
Yeah, and so she has traumatized by her own thing. I grew up Catholic, but nothing we weren't like really hardcore Catholic.
Yeah.
So my relationship with that is very. It's almost like, it's not so much private, but what I'm gonna say is like I would try to Friends Church one time when my girls were little, because I do the right thing. I want to show. I mean, like, and I would always say, well, I'm not religious, but to me, there's a component of church that, I find value in, and I wanted to show my girls that. So we went to this church, and it was one of them. Well, they were like singing and doing all that stuff, and like
Christian Pentecostal
church. It wasn't Pentecostal. Oh. It was like but they were just really open, and my girls and I were sitting there, and we're like, we're not that comfortable to be like, I don't speak out loud to Jesus. I don't even, and then I have well-intentioned friends who are like, well, we'll talk about like spiritual stuff, and then they'll be like, well, did you accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior? And I gotta say yes or no before we have another conversation.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
that's extreme to me.
I'm like, I tell you what, like my buddy who's real religious, I kick it with him all the time. It's funny because I don't really participate. He went to a Bible study. I go and I'll just kind of hang out, and he'll say, I'm like, I don't say anything. I shut my mouth, and I said, I like being around you guys. I feel they're good people. I get the good vibe. I said I feel a little bit, I'm not gonna. Read in Jeremiah or whatever, but I said, but the attitude you have with each other, like telling another man, I love you, brother, there's something to that, what I mean? That in it, and it's not like in a moment of like crisis, I told his friend I love him, but it's like funeral or something like. But this is just you guys having dinner, and it's you want to be around that positivity. Yeah,
I know what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying. There are extremes because I come from a Christian and Pentecostal background. Those guys are really extreme, man.
Yeah,
I was, and what's a trip is I was a youth pastor at one time too. I was a pastor.
Okay.
So I had to break away for reasons because of two dirtbag pastors that burned me, hurt me, did all this stuff to my family. It's like it was a mess, So I'm not gonna use these two morons saying that every church, every pastor is like that, and I think we do generalize that. I'm guilty of that, but I know exactly what you're saying because this is stuff I talk about. I talk about my personal experiences. I talk about things that wronged me, and it really put a PTSD and a post-traumatic stress because I didn't know when a certain person would call me. I'm like, what? Why are they calling me? What's going on? What did I do? What did I do wrong? And I'm always having this guilt of like, what did I do wrong? They're just calling me to see how I'm doing. So that was my experience in church. I was in ministry. These men of God, it's like, so I understand what you're saying, man. But I think overall, man, being here, talking to you, your vibe, and just pretty much who you are, bro, I feel like it's going to be a good addition to the show.
And what I like about it is that there's a platform. And it's like it's right now it's a ball of clay, and we're trying to mold this into something.
Heck yeah, man!
Into something. So yeah, that's what.
Yeah, I feel like it kind of reminds me of when you said like mold. Was it on that movie ghost, and Swayze's you know.
I'm not gonna be behind you.
Yeah. Oh man, we need to get a meme. I'm gonna put your face and my face on that. I'm gonna put watch. I'm gonna post that tomorrow. We're gonna do
help
that.
me with the LGBTQ community. Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna probably do like a big old dong, just kind of just like, you know, just.
That's some of that. Early religious trauma he's bringing.
Yeah, you are not wrong. But dude, seriously, thank you, man. I really appreciate you. Like, I remember you reaching out and you asking questions, and bro, I'm all for it, man. Because again, I don't want this just to be about me. I don't want this to be about what I've always said. I want to bring people on that have a say, that have an opinion, that have something.
Part of this too is that I found myself. I checked myself. I watched the podcast, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna call this cat because I like what they're doing, and they have some ideas. And then my first thing that popped in my head is that, who the fuck are you to who wants your ideas, or who? And I'm like, and then when you gave me the opportunity to come on, I'm like, so many people criticize from the cheap seats. They're like, oh, it's easy to like critique comedies.
Man in the
arena. I got people telling me, like, I got friends, there's some people, that's not funny, that's funny, and I like criticism and stuff like that, but I take it with a grain, but it's like, in my own head, I listen to all these things, and it's like, what would you do given the opportunity and the platform? With no agenda. No one's like, just what I like about podcasts is just like stand up. No one does it to get rich.
Yeah.
You have to get good.
Yeah.
Before you can do anything.
I like that.
And so I respected the medium. I've always respected the medium, guys.
I appreciate
because it's organic. So that I'm like, that's why I'm kind of glad to be partnered up, to be like, you know what? All right. Let's put your money where your mouth. Let's put your effort where your mouth is.
I like that. I'm with that, man. I appreciate that because that's really who I am. And again, I'm a type of person. I want to see people excel. I want to see people step out of the norm. They're like, who am I? No, you're somebody.
Yeah.
And so I like to see the worth and value in people. Whether they see it or not. If I can be an instrument, some form in their life to be like, look, you have the potential. Let me show you. Let's see it grow. That's who I am. I don't want to be this guy that's like, it's about me, because it's not, man. There's a bigger purpose. We can have fun. We'll talk. We'll say all the dirty jokes. We'll say all the fun stuff. We'll drink some whiskey. We'll have a good time.
Yeah.
But, dude, there's times to really be real and talk about it, because that comes from, someone saying, well, who am I? That comes from something in your past to make someone question who you are, you as a man, your potential, what you bring to the table. That's a PTSD. That's something that somebody planted a seed and you not knowing you watered it because somebody felt like you're nothing. So for someone to think that, well, who am I? What do I got? What am I worth to say? Nothing. So that started somewhere. Me, I want to be the person to kill that root. That's why Still Here podcast exists.
Everybody needs some platform because it starts, and really that was like 10% of it. 90% of why I wanted to do this was because you get a lot of pussy when you do podcasts.
Well, my wife's here, so I get hers.
Right.
I clap that
Just
all
kidding.
the time. 2-3 times a day, boy.
Damn. All right. This is sponsored by Viagra.
Boy, your boy all natural, man.
Yeah.
But no, I think last thought, man. I know we got a lot of stuff going on today, man.
Start the show pretty soon.
Your audience, the audience coming on, man. What would you like to say to them, to look forward to, and kind of spit your vision out there, and we'll close out with that.
I say this all the time. What I like about stand-up is that there's comics, some big comics, major comics, who I don't even think are that funny, and I will buy tickets to their show, and I don't even watch the comic. What I love about these cats is just because I don't find their jokes, funny. It's an art form like anything else.
Yeah.
So is I watch the audience, and there are guys like say the big names, like Gabriel, Fluffy. If you ever go to one of his shows, his audience members, they connect with him, and I'm like, that is a cat. People like, you can't buy that. That's a true, that's he's talented, but that's a different thing. And that, to me, that's when you go to comedy audiences, it's not stadiums full of people. It's husbands and wives, boyfriend and girlfriends on date night.
Yep.
And I want to connect with those people.
Dude, and I feel like what you got to say and what you're going to bring to the table is going to happen. I look forward
I'm hoping.
Dude, I'm looking forward to working with you joining the show, man. You guys stay tuned, man. Again, we're preparing and gearing up for season 2, and we're already 3 episodes in as of this moment, but this man, he'll be episode 4, so stay tuned for that. So you guys know where to find us, man. Just follow us on Instagram, Still Here Podcast on Facebook. You know, we're on MySpace. No, we're not on MySpace. No, hell no. You know, but we're also on
my mails on emails on everything. Yeah.
We're on TikTok, you guys, YouTube, Apple Podcast, Spotify. Click the link in our bio. We're gonna add this man to the post. We're gonna add this man to the team, and I'm super excited for what we got going on, man.
I can't wait to finish talking to HR and getting things situated.
Yeah. She's back there. Wifey don't have a mic right now, but shout out Laura. She's been here. All right, y'all. We have a big night ahead of us. We're just getting started. We got other comedians coming on, local veteran business owners coming on, man. So I'm super excited for that. It's going to be awesome. Shout out Brandy, official events booth, Hero Sports. We love you guys. We'll see you. Brandy. Yeah, we'll see you in the next one. What's going on, everybody? We are back at it again. Today we have some special guests that Brandy just threw upon me. I don't know who they are, but they seem like great individuals. So please introduce yourselves and tell us what you do and your partnership with official events booth, Hero Sports with Brandy. What do you guys from? We'll start with you. Who you guys are?
All right. Well, we are STRETCHLAB CLOVIS.
So get close to that. We need to hear you. Put it on your chin. Pick it up. Be comfortable with it.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I'm sorry.
All right. So we are STRETCHLAB CLOVIS. My name's Allison Reynolds. I'm the proud owner.
I'm Anna Reynolds, and I'm the general manager.
Okay.
Yep. And Brandy reached out to us about a sponsorship, kind of told us a little bit about the organization, and we were thrilled to be a part of it, help to sponsor.
Awesome. Now, so what kind of drew you to it? What did you hear about the event, know about the event, Brandy and all that? What drew you guys to be a partner with official events, sponsoring these type of events?
Right, so Brandy had mentioned that it was for veterans, people who've served our country, helped to give us the freedom so we could open a business, especially, as young women getting to be entrepreneurs. And we're always just very grateful to people who serve our country, so it felt like a way we could give back to the community that's welcoming us as new business owners.
That's awesome. Now, go over your business. What do you guys do? Where are you? Where are you located? What do you guys do? What do you offer? Maybe slap all your information, your Instagram, everything.
Yep, right. Okay, perfect. So STRETCHLAB is a franchise that was started down in Southern California, and we are one-on-one assisted stretching. So our clients have memberships, either 25 or 50 minutes, and then our certified flexologists are stretching our clients on a table the entire time. So it's, stretching, but somebody else does all the work for you.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Okay, as a general manager, what is your role? What are your roles coming into this event from your perspective? Why you love doing this? I know it's loud, I'm sorry, but kind of your purpose. What do you feel like being a part of this event and what you guys do? Where's your guys' heart? I had 5 jacks already. I'm sorry. I'm gone.
So we are cruising.
Yeah, we're cruising. But
So we really thought this event was important because this organization focuses on activities and sports and getting people involved in that. And stretching is going to improve your performance in those events, and it's going to help you enjoy them more because your body's relaxed, it's moving the way it's supposed to. So it seemed like the perfect partnership for us to come in and let people know that we're here, let the veterans know that, hey, we're another outlet for you to get you moving to your best mobility, especially if they have any injuries coming back.
Yeah.
Hopefully not, but if they do, we can help them to get back to their full potential.
And have you guys had veterans come in as clients and customers?
Not yet. So our facility is brand new. We're in the final stages of construction. Our first location is on Clovis and Herndon.
Okay.
In the Trading Post with the Sprouts. Yep. So we're hoping to be open early July. But a lot of our sister franchises have worked with the veteran population.
One thing about my podcast is I love supporting local businesses, local people that do what they do. I can see we're remote. We can be anywhere. So if you guys want grand opening, we'll do a remote pod and really plan that up because I love that you guys love supporting veterans. Same here. The podcast, when Brandy hit us up, she was like, just come talk to the veterans, have a great time, and I love vibing with individuals that do, especially local businesses. Now, are you guys from Clovis, Fresno, and all that?
We are.
Absolutely.
We both grew up here. We graduated from Clovis West and went away and got our educations and then came back to the Valley to...
Everybody comes back.
We always come back.
Yeah? What did you guys do before this business? What made you guys want to start this, but what did you do before?
So I'm a physical therapist and an occupational therapist. So I'd always had aspirations of owning my own clinic. And then when I heard about a franchise where you don't have the insurance, you don't have kind of the red tape that can keep you from helping people, you can reach a larger population, it made a lot of sense. And it's the first one in the Central Valley. So it seemed like a very big need in our community. And I obviously have a passion for mobility and helping people with pain and movement, and it was a great fit.
Yeah.
And my sister's brilliant, so you couldn't pick a better general manager.
That's awesome. So how's it work as family? Is it tough sometimes?
You know, it works surprisingly well.
That's good.
Yeah.
Because I can't work with my family.
Yeah.
We be fighting at the end of the day.
Well, so far we've been able to maintain our relationship, but we'll
Yep,
see how this
it's
goes,
going
really.
well. Yeah.
To learn to separate family and business.
Absolutely.
That's important. So, yeah, anything else you want to add, Sarah, mention about your business, where people can find you guys, and, we'll go from there.
So we're STRETCHLAB Clovis, so we're on Facebook, Instagram, and also our website. You can Google us at STRETCHLAB Clovis, and that'll take you right to it. Before we open, we're running some specials, so discounted member rates. So they're going quickly, so people should reach out, sign up, and we're doing demo stretches right now at the farmers market. So in River Park and Port Washington, you can come on down for a free demo and try it out before you become a family member.
Wow, that's awesome. I like that. All right, y'all, you guys heard it from here. We're going to talk to many more individuals tonight. I know it's loud. Again, your boys already had like 5 or 6 Jack and Cokes, and I'm not me, and I need to slow down. But you know what? I'm having fun, and we're letting out. You guys follow these guys. We'll have their information in the bottom description below and on Lower Thirds just this whole time we're talking. All right, guys, we're going to jump to we're going to have more drinks, and we're going to have a good time. We'll see you guys soon. Bye. What's up, everybody? We are back at it again. The event's going down. We're having a great time. Man, this place is popping. It is loud. I've already had like 7, 8 different Jack and Cokes already on me, so I'm like comfortable. But let's get to know you, man. Tell us who you are, what you do, why you're here, man, and we'll just go from there.
So I'm Dan Betts. I'm a Navy veteran, and I'm the comedy director of the Well Comedy Club in Bakersfield.
Okay.
Been doing comedy for a while now. Been overseas to perform for the troops. I met Brandy a while back, and I actually have Greg FITZSIMMIONS, the headliner for tonight, at my club tomorrow.
Yo!
So she and I were talking, and I was booking Greg at that time, and I went, I think he's got a Friday avail. Let's hook it up. So helped her have Greg come on over here so he gets to come do Friday. I get to gig with him tonight, and then we'll see him tomorrow at my club in Bakersfield.
Yo, that's dope, because I'm a big fan of Greg Fitz, man. We'll talk about that later. Again, I'm burping out beer, so I'm sorry, dude.
No, I don't smell it. It's fine.
No, let's get into like your whole, like being a part of Official Events Boost, doing this for veterans. Obviously, you're a veteran, and you've served our country, man, and what's the desire, the passion behind all this?
Oh, dude, I got out and I really disconnected from the veterans and the VA and military service, all of it for a while. I did an honor flight Kern County. I know a bunch of friends who are on the board of directors there, and they needed somebody last minute to take a Korean War veteran to DC to see all of the memorials. So I went with Vietnam, Korean War, and World War II veterans, and that plus I think really I went to Afghanistan in 2017 to perform for the troops, kind of reignited a little bit. Then I was on the board of directors, a founding board member for a local nonprofit in Bakersfield called Portrait of a Warrior Gallery. So we have a gallery which has a portrait of each of the 27 fallen post 9/11 service members from Kern County.
Wow.
And I've since become the executive director there. So
That's
I offer free tickets to veterans for all my shows. They never take me up on it, but it's always on the table.
Yeah, I mean, that's showing love, man. I mean, I feel like, again, you put it out there, eventually, man, it'll grab the right one, So I love that story, man. What is it like when you take like the honor flight? Because I used to work at a news station here in town.
Yep.
And we covered the honor flight. Man, it's very emotional. It's very
unbelievable.
It's very real. It's impactful, man. It's life changing because I believe that's a different generation that experienced something that obviously it's a different world, it's a different time. In running all that, how's that impacted you, especially being a veteran, to see it from their perspective or at least experience some sort of that? How does that impact you?
Going back to just really quick, Afghanistan, I'll tell you a real quick story, but we were on a flight from one forward operating base to another, and the pilot that was supposed to take us, it was unsure whether or not he was going to be able to take us because he was going over his flight hours or whatever, and I had just been chatting with him. And so it was up to him whether or not he was willing to take the flight and take us. Otherwise, we're going to have to cancel the show. So we go there, we're going to do 2 shows, and he was just going to chill in the airplane in between them. And I went, hey, man, you should come. Like, the guys on the show, they're really good comics. It'll be a lot of fun. I said, nah, I'm probably just going to rest and relax. Long story short, he came to the show, We're flying back together. I ended up in the co-pilot seat of this small plane flying over the mountains of Afghanistan in the middle of the night. And when we landed, he pulled me aside. He said, "Hey, man, I want to talk to you about something really quick." I said, "Sure, what's up?" And he goes, "I feel like it was fate that you were on my flight." I said, "Why?" He said, "I just spoke to my dad earlier today, and I found out he's got terminal cancer.
Wow.
I don't know if I'm going to make it home to see him before he's gone, and I didn't realize how bad I needed to laugh. And here you guys are."
Wow.
Right? And then honor flight comes along. I was on the board at Portrait of a Warrior, and they had somebody fall out last minute. And one of the board members was just talking about it. And it was like 4 days from now, they're leaving for D.C. And I went, "I'll go."
Wow.
And it, just unbelievably moving. Had a Vietnam veteran on that one. Broke down in tears. He said, when I came home, people spit on me. They called me baby killer. And then to see a younger generation walking up to all these veterans, shaking their hands, saying thank you for their service. I have goosebumps right now.
Yeah, dude, I can see that.
For real.
Yo, that's real, man.
Yeah, it means a lot to me to be able to just give something back to veterans. And one of the things I can do is I can make you laugh. I hope.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, let's get into that. Then what made you get into comedy, man? What's the real story behind all that? Because a lot of people like to laugh at their own pain, laugh at their own struggle, especially when it comes to veterans. Because I know a lot of friends that are comedians, are veterans too, and they get real serious about their experiences, but they're willing to laugh at it now because there was like a turning point for realize, you know what, this helped me get past the trauma, the issues, the real struggle, to get back in the real world, you know, society, civilian life. You know, what got you into all that, man?
Comedy was just another real quick story. I was in 4th grade. I was a class clown. I had a teacher pull me aside in front of the whole class, right? And she was like, "Dan, you know, what do you want to do when you grow up?" And I told her, she made this face that didn't make sense to me till I was in my 30s. What happened that moment? But I always remembered it. She goes, "What do you want to do when you grow up?" And I know she was looking back, she was looking for that moment where I said, I want to be an astronaut. And she would say, "Well, then you need to pay attention to math." You know what I mean? "I want to be a scientist." "Well, you got to pay attention
Trying to set you up.
I said, "I want to be a stand-up comedian." And I just remember she had this look on her face like, "Well, this has always worked before, but I'm not going to, keep doing what you're doing." So I didn't do it. I was scared to do it for a long time. And one day I had a buddy that owned a bar, and he just called me up and he goes, "Hey, man, we're doing a comedy show tonight. It starts at 7 o'clock. You're doing 5 minutes open. See you soon."
Wow.
And there was a voicemail. I was like, "What are you, nuts?" But I was calling back. I was like, "You can't do that, man." He said, "You're ready, dude. You're ready." I wasn't, but I did it. I did the show. It went reasonably well, and then the rest is history. I've been doing it ever since.
That's what's up, man. So let's talk about, because I know we're about wrapping up. I know a lot of people are doing their thing, man.
Hey, you're good at this, by the way. You've been doing great. You're a great interviewer.
Oh, that's right.
I feel like I'm on Hot Ones.
It's like 6, 7 Jack Daniels in me, boy. You boy in.
Are you 6 or 7 in?
Yeah.
And the show hasn't even started?
Dude, I go in, man.
You're
I
a
live
pro.
it up. I live it up, man. But no, overall, kind of let people know where they can find you, where they can support you, and where to find you on social media.
At Daniel Betts, B-E-T-T-S, Daniel B-E-T-T-S Comedy on Facebook and Instagram. You could find DDS Productions. Can you swear on this podcast?
Dude, do it up. You want.
DDS Productions is my production company. It's for Do Dope Shit. Dope Shit Productions. You can find that on Facebook. I'll have an Instagram soon. You can find my website, danielbettscomedy.com. I don't keep it very up to date. And you can follow The Well on Facebook and Instagram. It's The Well Comedy Club, but it's just The Well on Facebook and Instagram. Find out about upcoming shows. We got Greg Fitzsimmons tomorrow. We got Jesus Trejo coming up pretty soon. He's been on the road with Burt Kreischer. We got Kyle Kinane coming in December.
Yeah.
We got Dave Stone, also a podcast companion of Kyle Kinane. Bunch of great shows coming up. And that's where you can find me, and that's where you find out what's going on.
Yeah, definitely. I'll have that in the description below. We do I'll tell you like the whole behind the Still Here podcast. Back in August of last year, I got COVID, the Delta variant. It killed me, man. I lost like 60, 80 pounds, dude.
Damn.
I didn't eat for 4 months, so it nearly killed me. So I ended up getting COVID pneumonia, double pneumonia. Then a week and a half later, 2 weeks later, when I was released, I got bacterial double pneumonia. So the whole meaning behind Still Here is like I'm still here. Very relatable, especially with all the veterans. Hey, man, I'm still here.
Now I see why you're drinking the way you are, man.
Dude, your boy been through
You're
it.
making up for time.
Yeah, and so with that, we do this thing on the podcast, you know, last words, last thoughts, kind of people listening and watching. What do you feel like your last word, last thought message? Give me anything you want, man. What would you want to tell people listening right now?
Man, I was raised by real practical parents. It's not that they would never want me to pursue a dream. It was in their nature. You got to have a 401k and you got to, you know what I mean? So I say pursue your dreams, man. Go for it, because you almost found out the hard way.
Yeah.
You could be gone in an instant. You know what I mean? So do what you want to do.
That's what's up, man. All right, you guys, we're going to have his information in the description below. Give my man a follow. We're definitely going to follow and support him. Dude, I mean, we live here in Clovis. Bakerfield's not far, man. If you want to do something, let me know. We'll do it up.
I don't know when you get this out. If anybody's here at
tomorrow.
the show tonight.
This is actually coming out tomorrow.
Okay. If anybody seeing this wants to come, tell them to shoot us a message, man. We'll make sure that they get over to the well.
We'll do, man. Give my man a follow. I already love this guy. This guy's a dope guy. All right, guys. We'll see you guys soon.
Thank you, brother.
So tell me your story, man. Talk into this mic. Tell me your still here moment. Like you were saying, because I told you to save it. So talk into that mic. Talk about your still here moment.
Man,
Hold it.
I started getting locked up at 9.
You be locked up and going to prison, going to jail.
Going to jail, juvenile hall, 9 years old.
What changed?
What changed? It wasn't any one thing, man. It was a couple of things. I tell you what. At age 30 years old, done already a lifetime behind bars. Couple of things happened. My kids I've always wrote my kids. My kids, every one of them, 3 of them, one by one wrote me. If you really love me,
wow,
like you say you do,
wow,
why aren't you here? In their own ways.
Yeah.
Right? That, and I've never been a follower. I've always been a leader. And when the homies turned against me over stupid shit.
Yeah, be real.
I'm sorry.
No, be real. Go ahead.
Honestly, okay. When the homies turned on me over stupid shit and jumped me.
Wow.
That changed something in me. Here I am laying my life down on the line for something that I've told myself that I believed in.
Wow.
Just to have them turn on me over some bogus shit. That my kids just telling me, pretty much calling me on my shit. I started to change.
Wow.
I still got violated a couple of times. But you know what changed? When I started changing the people that I chose to give my time to.
That's what's up.
That's when things started changing for me. Now I own my own business.
What do you do?
I own my own landscaping business.
That's what's up, man.
Are
you on social media at all or anything with that landscaping?
Nope.
How can anybody get a hold of you? You drop like a phone number or how to get a hold of you?
I actually don't. I don't want to.
Okay.
I tell you why. My work speaks for itself, and it's just me, just my kids. So we're up to capacity. Now I actually volunteer and I give back.
That's what's up, man.
I volunteer with a group called COSA that lifers get out, and I've been out 19 years, and it's been a struggle, right? And so now the men that are getting out from doing as much time that I did, more time than I did, actually walking with them and showing them how to adjust to society out here.
So in saying that, then you're still here.
I'm still here, baby.
How's that resonate with you?
You know what? I'm still here because I refuse to blame other people for how shit panned out in my life.
Come on. Y'all listening to this?
I stopped. Look, man.
Talk to that camera right there. Go to 3, Abel.
I'm going to look over here for a reason.
Right here.
I stopped blaming society.
Come
I
on.
stopped blaming my parents. I stopped blaming my community. I stopped blaming everybody outside of myself, and I started taking responsibility for my own life. And when I did that, shit changed. Quit blaming things outside of yourself and just make it happen, man. You are the cultivator of your own change. Make it happen. I'm still here.
Let's go. David.
I'm still here.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Hey, I love you, man. I appreciate your story. I appreciate your support. Dude, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
I downloaded the app. I'm going to be watching, man.
I got you, brother. We got some dope stories, man. I appreciate your support. You guys, I love this man already. First time meeting you. I told you, save your story.
Yes.
Because you're still here. I love that, man.
Can I say one more thing?
Say it.
To anyone right now that feels like there's no hope, look, check this out. Jesus Christ was my hope.
Come on.
I reached out to something that I couldn't see. And let me tell you something. It changed my life. If you ain't down with Jesus, I'll say it another way. If you're at a point in your life to where you can't see hope, hope starts with you.
Ooh.
Get up.
Let's go.
Because ain't nobody going to get you up. Get up.
Let's
So
go.
you can say, I'm still here.
Oh, my God. That's the best tagline ever. Dude, love you, brother. Stay in contact, man. You got my support. I appreciate you, man. What size shirt are you?
Double X.
Double X. Get him a double X. My man was Paul reaching. Dude, I appreciate you, man.
Man, you know what? Shit's hard.
It is.
Shit's hard. But it's harder when you stay laying down.
That's right, man.
Get your ass up, man.
Get up.
It's going to be hard no matter what.
Just face it.
You know what? It is when I started feeling that now I have PTSD. That shit ain't stopping me,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It ain't stopping me. I ain't going nowhere, man.
That's what's up.
I keep talking, bro.
Dude, my man, Richard, we're going to take an offering right now. We're going to take an offering. What's your cash app, my man, Richard, right now? Here you go, brother. I got you, man. Support.
All right, man.
Thank you for the support and love, man. What's up, everybody? We're back at it again with your boy, Jose Cruz, your favorite Native American. And let's just get to the point. We got my man, Andre freaking Covington. Talk to that mic, man.
Well, hey,
Deep throat
man,
that John.
I'm just saying. It's, I don't know about deep throat the mic, but I was speaking to it. Hey, thank you for coming out, man.
Yeah.
Great comedy show tonight. Great times. Great fun. A lot of laughter. I really enjoyed it.
That's what's up, man. I was seriously low-key about to go walk up and go slap that punching bag.
Well, you know, it's a little prop to kind of break the ice, you know, because it's been a lot of comics being attacked on stage. So it kind of like puts people at ease, I feel, you know, and if, you know, it's just a little joke. It breaks the ice, and then I get into my set and we keep it going.
Well, what would you have done if I went up and slapped it? Would you be like, yo, what the?
I'd have been like, he's got some shit on his mouth, and I'm glad he would hit that and not me.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you about that.
Yeah.
Like, what comedy, what Chris Rock getting smacked up? I mean, that's old news, but
yeah,
it's still, it's like, do you feel like comedians are under that pressure now? Like, okay, lose your freedom of speech. When's a joke go too far? Where you at with all that?
Well, you know, that if we're talking about that particular incident, I think it's different than the overall scope of things. That particular incident was unfortunate.
Yeah.
Because you have two icons of comedy.
Legends.
On a night at the Oscars when black representation was at an all-time high.
That's what's up.
And one of them chose to attack another. You can say whatever about the joke and his wife, but it was an unfortunate situation. I thought it was a situation that could have been handled backstage.
Yeah.
You know, it could have been a situation where we could have heard about it later. Man, Will Smith slapped Chris Rock behind the stage.
Yeah.
But to be in front of, well, the viewership is down on the Oscars. So
yeah, it was.
For the 500 people watching, it was a total shock, you know.
Yeah, social media went viral.
Yeah, I didn't see it real time, but I saw it like everyone else.
Yeah.
But it's unfortunate because I'm a fan. I've worked with Chris Rock.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm a big fan of Will Smith. I've never met him, but I'm a fan.
That's what's
it
up.
just seemed that those two have a checkered history. It's something that's a little deeper than what we got from that, that we don't really have all the information to. So
yeah. Now, does that make you hesitant on your jokes? Do you feel like you're like, am I going to hold back or explain? Be more like pull back on the reins?
No, I can't. Only person I'll pull back on my jokes is my wife. If she says, hey, that hurt my feelings, then I will. Other than that, it's just you got to do what you got to do. It's an art form.
It is.
And I mean, people paint and people throw paint on their paintings because they protest. So people are going to protest. People are going to use their art. So I'm not going to let one incident dictate how I present myself. I'm not a comic that offends. That's not my goal.
Yeah.
Some comics push the envelope, and they might want to be careful. I feel like I want people to leave the experience with me feeling like that was good times. And I laughed. It's evident by tonight, taking photos and people coming up afterwards and shaking my hand. So that's what I want, not someone walk past me and go,
yeah,
you offended me when you said. I don't want that.
Yeah. I mean, I think overall tonight, bro, you killed it. I mean, you were on point. I love the fact that you're like calling out these white people here because Clovis is hella white. You know,
I was basically painting a picture of the landscape.
Yeah.
From my perspective.
You know your audience too.
Yeah. Because if you attack the situation, they shouldn't be mad because there's a lot of white people in Clovis. That's just, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But as a black guy, if I can just make a joke about it and about the elephant in the room, and then we can get past that, I think I was one of maybe 2 black people in a crowd of 300 people. So, and walking down the street, I may have saw one other African American. So if I can bring that to light in a humorous way, who was hurt by it? They laughed. It was a laugh, so it's all good.
That's what's up. We got some. What's up, brother? One thing I like about the whole, all tonight was just how your delivery and all that, man. So what at the end of it, man, what got you into comedy? What made you feel like coming here, supporting the Official Events Booth, Hero Sports, the veterans? What brought you here tonight, man? Especially going into comedy too.
Well, comedy for me, I tell this to anybody who has a dream. Whatever your dream is, you had a dream about doing a podcast.
Speak on it.
You put it. You made it happen. You brought it to fruition. I think most people don't chase their dreams. They chase money, they chase fame. I'm chasing comedy.
Let's go.
I'm chasing laughter and joy and good times. So for me, I always was funny. Elementary school all the way up.
You're the class clown?
I was a class clown for many years. So for me, it was just a natural progression. Now, learning the craft and the art, that's extra. But I look back on it, I joke about tonight. Like, we had a lot of military people in audience.
Yep.
And I said, just like you, I put that uniform every day. And then I spin it and go, because I work for the post office.
Yeah, dude, that was sick, man.
But I did. I worked for the post office for almost 7 years. And I was a guy dreaming about doing comedy. But I was scared to let go of the security of the postal service. It's a lifetime job. And they don't have any layoffs. They never lay anybody off. So I could have stayed there my whole career, or I could have retired like I did and chased comedy. And I've been all over the world. Like I said tonight, I did 15 countries in 25 days. I've gone several places that I probably never would go if I wasn't doing comedy. Television, travel. I met my wife at a comedy club. You know what I'm saying? So it's like everything I owe to comedy. Everything I have. So I'm happy with where it's going for me. I've met everybody, and I've worked with some of the greats, and whoever I work with at the end of the show, they'll say, hey man, you're really good. So for me, I don't judge success by having a television show or a movie.
Speak on it.
My success is when I leave that stage and the people laugh and clap and stand up, whatever. That's what I chase. I chase the laughter. So it's been a great journey, man.
Dude, that's what's up, man. Your drip, your fit's on point. Killing it. Shout out to the wife who picked it out for you.
Man.
But we do this thing on the pod, man. Last words, last thought. Anybody watching, listening, what's your encouraging word, man, to reach out and connect with that person, man? Anybody?
I would say there are a lot of people out there who you're right now on the fence about your next step. And this is not mine, but Steve Harvey is someone who I know and I've worked
Legend.
with.
Go.
He had some poignant words. If you don't jump, you stand in place. I jumped many years ago, and when you jump, you don't know where you're going, but you have to do it. Like you, as a little boy, and you jumped off your bed for the first time, you were scared, but once you did it, it was exhilarating.
Facts.
You went back and you jumped again.
Facts.
So until you take that chance, until you take that leap of faith, you will stay where you are.
Come on.
That you will never advance by standing still.
Come on.
So that's my encouragement, and I say that I'm doing motivational speaking now, and I'm traveling and doing the schools, and I'm talking to business owners and corporations, and there are people who are they're stagnant in life because they're afraid. What are you afraid of?
Come on.
You know, you have what it takes. If you don't believe in you, how can you expect someone else to?
Come on.
So take that leap, take that jump, and when you do, and then you're successful, shoot me an email. Let me know that you made it, you did it. I'll be happy for you because I know you can do it.
Yes,
you know you can do it, but you listen to all the people who don't want you to do it, so they tell you can't do it because they want you to stay in the same place that they're in because they're afraid to jump.
Yes, go.
I jumped away from a lot of people, and they're still back there, and I've been living life ever since.
That's what's up, man. Y'all, if y'all don't, when we're going to take an offering right now, Lord God, we want to thank
Father
you for this done message. Hallelujah.
Yeah,
but let
man.
everybody know where they can find you, man, on social media, anywhere.
Man, Laugh with Andre on Instagram, just like it's spelled, Laugh with Andre. And find me on Facebook, Andre Covington. Man, I'm always doing shows in town. So, I had a show last week. I got a show next week. I had a show after that. So I'm always putting together shows. A lot of shows I produce, but I bring in comics from all over the place. I didn't produce this show, but I performed on it. But my history as far in the Central Valley is stellar as far as the comic. I was the first one to bring Gabriel Iglesias to town.
Yeah.
I was the first one to bring Joe Coy. I was the first one to bring Cat Williams. So I've brought guys who you didn't know who they were, and now they are who they are. And I've worked with everybody. So now I'm bringing in the next wave, and I brought Sam Comro, who just a couple years ago was on America's Got Talent.
Yeah.
And got all the way to the final. So he was in my comedy competition. So I have an eye for talent, and I got an eye for the guys who are on their way. So come to my shows and see who's the next guy or the next lady who's going to take over this art form.
Yo, you guys heard it here. Andre, thanks for coming on. I appreciate you, bro. You killing it. Love your work, man. You guys stay tuned. We're going to have the man himself come on. We'll see you soon. Oh, my God. We have
FITZSIMMIONS Radio, baby.
We have the man himself, Greg FITZSIMMIONS.
Shit.
Yo, talking this, man. I know you know about podcasts because I watch your show.
You're even better looking up close.
Bro, don't lie to me, man.
No, you're like you look like the leader of a small third world nation. Like you look like a guy who stands on a balcony and says, "My people."
I do.
My people.
I want to.
Yes.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
I just want to say, I'm gonna kiss your ass. I love you, dude.
Thank you.
I have you because I know you started in New York, Boston. I want to hear about your first standing ovation. I want to hear about all that. I know you're here, Clovis.
I'll tell you, my first standing ovation. I almost got one tonight. A few people stood up, but they didn't rally. They didn't rally.
I think they were just too faded. That's Clovis.
Yeah.
Clovis too drunk.
I'll tell you, my first one was I was in Boston, and I got beat up on stage by a guy from the army, from the Israeli army.
Yes.
His name is Simka. I don't know if I'm playing to you or the camera here.
Any one of them.
All right. So I'm on stage, and this guy's heckling me. And so I'm shitting on him.
Yes.
And then he finally looks at me. He's from Israel, and he goes, "Nothing more." And so I shit on him again, and he came up on stage with his fist clenched, and he came at me. And I hit him in the head with the microphone. He had blood coming down his face. He did some Krav Maga shit, some Israeli army shit.
I know.
Got me in a headlock. He's spinning me around. And so the show stopped, and the bouncers dragged him out. They had to set up the front rows again. And then the club owner says to me, "All right, FITZSIMMIONS, you got 5 minutes left." So I go back on stage, and I get a standing ovation. It was my first standing ovation because it was Boston,
God,
and they'd
dude.
rather see a fight than a comedy show any night of the week.
Yo, I mean, I just think, because I remember watching that stand-up. I remember Dan, I love you, man. But I remember just, because again, I have you, my top greats, you, Bill Burr, Joe Rogan.
You like the Boston guys.
Bro.
All Boston
I'm
guys.
a Boston fan. I'm a Patriots fan.
Are you?
I'm from Seattle, dude.
Yeah.
I just got tired of the West Coast.
Right.
Forgive me, y'all, but the ghetto. But just, bro, I'm just Boston. I love Brady. I love, Celtics are game.
Celtics lost tonight.
Yo, I know. So it's just, I don't know, man. I'm that vibe, and I feel like having you on is a great honor because I'm seriously such a great fan of this comedic. Your stand-up is just amazing.
Well, thank you so much.
Hands
I appreciate
down. Your
that.
podcast, everything. I've just been following you forever. To have you here, man, I have a boner.
Oh, that's so awesome.
About 4 inches
well, it's not
big.
awesome, but
4 inches. The best I got.
Yeah, it's great.
He's looking at it. And he's like, "What the hell?" But let's talk about your podcast. It's like in your show, what you got going on, man.
I actually do 3 podcasts.
Yes.
So I do FITZDOG Radio, which I've been doing for about 13 years, and we've done almost 1,000 episodes now.
That's what's up.
And that's when I interview different people. I had Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys on. I had Carl Reiner on. I had Louis C.K., Bill Burr, Sarah Silverman, everybody. And that one's fun because it's like this. It's just 2 people talking.
Yeah, bullshit.
And then I do the Sunday Papers one with my buddy Mike Gibbons on Sundays, and we do the news of the week.
Okay.
And then I do another one called Childish with my friend Allison Rosen.
Uh-huh.
She's got babies, I got teenagers, and it's me trying to teach her how to parent, but she's not really buying it. She doesn't believe in me.
Yes, I know, man.
Yeah.
So let's kind of, I know you got to go. You got a show tomorrow early in Bakersfield.
2 shows tomorrow night, and then I'm taping Sunday Papers tomorrow morning.
Dang, yeah. So you're a busy man. So let's find out where people can find you, support you, just keep showing you love, man.
Just go to fitzdog.com and hit me up. I reply to everybody's emails. If you go to fitzdog.com, you can write me a note. I reply to everybody. I love hearing from people. It's touching after all these years to know that, people still dig what I do, and it means a lot to me, your kind words. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm serious. I love the stand-up comedy world. To me is an outlet of never take yourself too serious.
Right.
Enjoy a joke. Yeah. Laugh at yourself.
Yeah.
Because some of your stand-up is a lot of laughing at yourself coming from personal experience.
Uh-huh.
So, I know we're trying to, I want to know what made you just want to get into that world of comedy, laugh at yourself. This is, dude, this is what I want to do.
I think it's, I come from a Bronx Irish family, and it was all about breaking each other's balls. It was all about making fun of ourselves, making fun of each other. So that was kind of the mentality that I was raised in, almost like don't take yourself too seriously,
What's up.
And so my father was in radio. And my father, he's one of the biggest radio guys in New York my whole childhood. So I used to watch him emceeing charity dinners and stuff, and he'd get up and just be funny. And I was like, that's what I want to do.
Hey.
And so he kind of was very supportive of me and gave me a chance to start out. And, he promote me on his radio show all the time.
Yeah, and so now, getting into, like you said, you see your father, you watch your father do it.
Yeah.
What about your kiddos, man? How do they see you?
My son has a radio show in college.
Nice.
So my father was in radio, I was in radio, and now my son's in radio.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude.
So he does once a week, him and his roommate do a show where they introduce music to people, but it's also like a podcast. They talk for half the time. It's them talking, and it's good. I tune in on the Radio DePaul app every week. Check it out. Yeah, it's great.
That's awesome, man. I'm glad you took the time to come on again. You killed it.
Thank you, man.
I followed you. I've been following on Instagram, especially the podcast. We just started this February.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so we're fairly new. But just followed you, man. Would love to, seriously, I'm going to support you. I love the hell out of you.
That's so nice.
So what we do on Still Here, I don't know if you heard about Still Here, is kind of a personal experience.
Yeah, I heard about your COVID and then your meningitis. And
yeah, dude, it was insane. And it killed me, and then it almost killed me again.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of Still Here.
Right.
We have another friend of mine as a host, military. A lot of life-death situation, but we're still here.
Right.
And so kind of we do this thing on the end of the podcast, kind of like last words, last thoughts. Anybody watching and listening, what would you be your word for them? Even if it's funny, or anything that's like encouraging, anything you feel like you'd want to tell somebody watching and listening?
I would tell people, if you have a dream, don't follow it. It's a lot of work. You're going to miss a lot of weddings.
Yes.
You're gonna following your dream sucks. Don't do it. Just get a simple life.
Work at
Be a
McDonald's.
postal worker. Work at McDonald's. Be home every night. Watch football games.
Beat your meat.
I'm in I don't even know what town I'm in right now.
Oh,
hey,
Clovis.
that's not so bad.
What's up, girl? We got
Just as I'm saying, this is a rough situation. Beautiful woman comes into the podcast. Oh, thank
yes,
you.
legend.
That's my pleasure. Thanks for
Fun to
coming
listen
out
to you.
tonight.
Okay. Listen, I have braces.
Beautiful, girl. You're good. You're good. Thank you.
Bye.
Yo, I love your message.
All
I
right.
love who you are,
Thanks,
man.
man.
You got my support.
You're the best.
Please follow me back on Instagram.
Good.
I
Yeah,
love
I
you.
will. I will follow you.
Still Here podcast.
Good luck with the podcast.
I love you, brother.
All
Thank
right,
you.
buddy.
You have a good
I'll
night.
see you soon.
Yes. Ooh.
And I got my T-shirt.
Still here. Yo, all right, you guys just heard of Greg Fitzsimmons himself. Jumped on a pod. I'm super excited. Overall, tonight has been great. I mean, you can't get any, I don't know, man. Such a great night. It's fun. What, Laura? Sit down, Laura. I know you're talking. Get over here. I mean, overall, shout out to my wifey. Shout out to Abel, my videographer, got my homie, my brother, man.
Yeah.
So far, but just overall, it's just a great night.
It was really, really great night.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It's so
but
weird
man,
seeing you up front here.
The
But go ahead.
comedians were hilarious tonight. I had
Yeah.
so much fun. The crowd, I think this has
They
been
were
like
eating it.
the best crowd. Like, yeah, definitely.
I mean, we had Greg Fitzsimmons on the
Yeah,
pod.
that was pretty cool. Really awesome.
Who has that here going on in Central Valley? Nobody.
You.
Me, Jose Cruz, Still Here podcast. I just want to tell you guys, man, I mean, we've sold some merch. We appreciate everyone's support. We got some merch on sale right now. If you guys head to our Instagram, view shop on Facebook, you'll see it. Just go to our shop. You know, we're doing big things, man, and I never want to, talking to my boy, and I'll just say, talking to my boy Abel, man, just keeping me humble, man. It's one of those things where I don't want to come off this douchebag like I have it together, I have everything. It's not like that, man. I've been through the struggle. I've been through the dirt, and I've been through where I didn't have nothing. I was borrowing gear. I did start my production off with the GoPro, you know, and now, you know, God, I mean, we're so blessed. We're so fortunate to see where we are at. And I won't forget those moments of struggle. I won't forget those moments of not having all this. Man, it takes work. It takes effort. Like Greg Fitzsimmons said, man, don't follow your dreams. You know, and I feel like that's the case. You know, it's like sometimes you just got to follow reality. You know, my man was Puerto Rican, Andre Covington, you know, Dan. Shout out to that man, you know, just killing it. Dan Betts, you know, Eddie, you know. So we have so much going on. And we're definitely going to kill it. We're killing it now. I love you guys. Thank you for the support. You know, this is obviously releasing today on a Saturday because we just shot this last night, June 10th.
Yeah.
You know, so
turn it up while you're cleaning. Put on
Yeah.
when you're mowing the lawn and
Going
just
poo-poo.
enjoy the show.
So I guess we're putting this on Apple Podcasts and Spotify now. Now
Sure.
that you
We can do it on YouTube too.
Dang it.
You
All
can
right.
do it on YouTube
Yeah,
too.
get your AirPods on and put that joint on. So, all right, Laura, last words, last thoughts. What are you going to tell people watching and listening?
Oh my goodness.
She's never been in front of camera like this. Never. This is weird seeing us both up here. Like, who's this
I
white
got
girl?
a break. I was able to.
We got my man.
Yeah. No, definitely bite the bullet when you have to on paying for stuff because at the end it's worth it. Look at, you know, and it is dreaming big and why not? Why not do it? Because look at it, we have so much fun.
Yeah.
Oh.
Someone broke something.
Someone broke something. But
I love that.
Have fun and enjoy life.
I love that. You guys heard it here, man. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Brandy, Events Boost. Shout out to Hero Sports.
Yep.
You know, just dope sponsors, man. We have a lot coming up. I'm telling you right now, this is not the end.
No.
This is one of those days. This is one of those events. These one of those things, these type of partnerships that Greg Fitzsimmons is just the start. We have some possible UFC fighters, rank 1. I mean, you're talking about heavy hitters, big timers coming on. So don't sleep on Still Here Podcast. We're here. We love you. Thank you for the support. Buy our merch because it's going to a good cause. It's going to us because my son Caleb eats a lot, and we're going broke feeding that bastard. You know, so I love my man. He's a good dude, but that dude can eat. Kaylani can eat too.
Yeah.
So I love you guys. We'll see you guys soon. Season 2 coming soon, June 24th. We're already in the mix. We're already in the process. We got some dope stuff coming along. I love you guys. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.